Are you ready to revolutionize your trading strategies and take your predictions to the next level? In this video, we are going to walk through a groundbreaking solution that can supercharge your short-term price predictions. It's all part of a recent collaboration between Nvidia, the leading innovator in data science and accelerated computing, and Intrinio, a powerfully flexible market data API provider. So, what happens when you put quality market data together with the most recent advancements in GPU acceleration? You're about to find out. This video is all about how to leverage machine learning in order to make the most efficient stock market predictions. So, if you are new to the high-frequency trading or quant space, here's why this matters. High-frequency traders and quants generate alpha by making predictions on the stock market and then getting ahead of it. This requires finding a quality stock price data set, developing a machine learning algorithm, and then training it. The faster you can train your machine learning models, the better they're going to get. This means better price prediction and more alpha. So, Nvidia engineers recently conducted an experiment to accelerate machine learning model development, and the results will shock you. So what's the big secret they discovered? Well, before we dive into the details, there are two essential resources you will need to get in order if you want to replicate their results. First, you're going to need to find a quality, reliable, and affordable provider of the underlying market data that you'll be using in your models. In this case, market data refers to an accurate set of real historical stock prices. Reliable and accurate stock price data is a must as a foundation for a good price prediction model. As the age-old saying goes, garbage in, garbage out. Intrinio offers the most reliable, high-quality, and affordable stock price data feeds on the market, backed by a powerful, well-documented API, WebSocket, and a full suite of SDKs. Both the Intrinio API and WebSocket are set up ideally for quants and high-frequency traders that are building models to make stock market predictions. In this case, Nvidia engineers used Intrinio's time series dataset with actual real-time stock prices from the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ tickers from the Dow 30 stocks on a 1-second basis. Be sure to check out some of our other videos, like Why Work with a Financial Data Provider, or Top 5 Mistakes to Avoid When Buying Financial Data, or why there is no such thing as free real-time stock prices before you license market data. Now, after you have access to a reliable data feed, you're going to need to install your machine learning libraries and get your environment set up. The first step is installing an Nvidia driver and a CUDA toolkit, which you can find on the Nvidia website. Keep in mind, you'll need access to a GPU with compute capability of 6 or above, like Nvidia Pascal. After that, head to GitHub and install the Abides library. Now, this stands for Agent-Based Interactive Discrete Event Simulation Environment. More on that later. Lastly, you're going to want to install Rapids. This is the secret sauce. Powered by Nvidia's cutting-edge technology, Rapids has changed the game for data scientists and traders. It leverages the power of GPUs, allowing you to process massive amounts of data in record time using familiar APIs and popular libraries. So here's your full checklist. You'll need a recent CUDA version and an Nvidia driver pairs, GPU with compute capability of 6 or above, and the Abides Market Simulator, and Rapids. All right, once you have your data flowing and this environment set up, you are ready to go. So now we will walk you through the steps that Nvidia took to better understand limit order book structure, more efficient model training, and better price prediction. To keep things simple, in this experiment, Nvidia focused exclusively on the AAPL or Apple ticker. They leveraged the limit order book as a predictor of short-term price movements. So let's start with a little refresher on limit orders. Buyers of a stock want to pay as little as possible, and sellers obviously want to earn as much as possible. Limit orders are a way to set a limit on the amount that you'll bid and ask. So, a limit order book is a list of order sizes, with the security prices on the x-axis and the total volume at that price on the y-axis for both bids and asks. Here's an example of Google's limit order book. Now, these two charts are from two different points in time, about 292 microseconds apart to be exact. The red line in the middle represents the mid-quote price between the bid and the ask prices. you can see that the bid prices on the left are lower than the midpoint and the ask prices on the right are higher. As you can see on this chart, more levels in the book leads to better price prediction because a classifier just simply has access to more information during training. Okay, Nvidia's first goal was to generate plausible limit order book data that could be used to train their model. So to do this, they leveraged something called abides, which is an approach to simulating the financial markets. Abides simulates individual traders buying and selling assets through the exchanges so that you can analyze the results of different strategies. Leveraging Intrinio's real historical 1-second quotes with abides helps simulate an even more realistic market. These historical prices can be thought of as the fundamental or true value of the securities historically. Check out this chart that compares the mid price in Nvidia's output LOB data with the 1-second quotes from Intrinio. All right, next, they use this abide-generated limit order book data to train a random forest model to predict short-term price movements. Will the stock price move upwards, downwards, or stay flat? Specifically, they trained a classifier to predict whether the average of the next 20 mid prices will be smaller or larger than the average of the previous 20 mid prices by a certain margin. Mid prices and averages were calculated using both the Rapids QDF library and Pandas. Here are some details on the setup if you'd like to take notes. The data set was 90 days of abides generated data, about 7.5 million labeled limit order book frames. The margin they chose was about 0.5 cents. 66% of the data was leveraged in the training set, and 33% was leveraged in the testing set. The random forest model input was 40 features, bid and ask prices and volumes at 10 limit order book levels. A label of 2 signified an upward price movement, a label of 1 signified a neutral price movement, and a label of 0 signified a downward price movement. Lastly, you can also see some key Nvidia technology that was leveraged in this experiment. Now, note in the very last section that 2 different experiments were run, and just look at these results. First, we're going to check out the difference in pre-processing time between using CPU with Pandas and GPU with QDF. And in this chart, you can see that using the QML on GPU instead of Scikit on CPU is nearly 10 times faster for training. This experiment run by Nvidia and powered by Intrinio data is a game changer for machine learning algorithm research. Using data and incredible tools like Rapids provides traders with an unparalleled advantage in short-term price prediction. Here's a chart that shows the complete picture of this collaboration between Nvidia and Intrinio. With the combination of Rapids and Intrinio data, you can spot emerging trends, anticipate price fluctuations, and seize profitable opportunities in a fraction of the time that it used to take. If you want to predict market movements faster than ever before, be sure to check out Rapids QDF and QML as a potential replacement for Pandas and Scikit Python libraries. And remember, at Intrinio, we can get you started with a reliable set of data to use for training your models. On our website, you can request a consultation with one of our data experts or chat with us live to get set up that same day with a free trial of historical stock price data. The future of trading has arrived, and we're ready to help you be a part of it. Thanks for listening.